Good morning, everybody. This is Charles Manuel, and I guess this is the beginning of my YouTube career, vlogging, as I transition away from my Facebook career of vlogging. So I think I'm going to start this one, or I know I'm going to start this one, by giving you guys a brief introduction. So I know on this channel, there's a few videos of me making cold calls for my business and talking a little bit about my own personal fears, successes, joys, issues, etc. There's going to be a lot more of that, okay? So if you're not interested in a 30-year-old guy's journey as he, breaks the chains of corporate servitude for him and his wife, and moves towards running a successful business, then this is not the channel for you. If you're hoping to find a quick fix to get rich quick, and you're hoping me to tell you what it is, this is not the channel for you. If you're hoping to learn how to sell, how to stay motivated, I don't even like that word, how to stay disciplined, how to work every day, some tactical stuff, some motivational stuff, some discipline-based stuff, then this is the channel for you. I focus every day on building my business better and better. The business that I run is called Berkshire SEO, and our primary focus is to help small business owners, primarily tradesmen, grow their business online. Because the yellow pages are dead. Billboards are dead. Magazine ads are dead. Mailers are dead. Everybody nowadays finds everything they want to buy, from plumbing repair to a new DVD to a subscription service on the internet. And my goal in this company is to be the one-stop shop to provide this to tradesmen nationwide. So that's my focus. There's a lot of other people in the industry, but all of them seem to be more looking for a quick buck than they are looking to actually create a high-quality service for tradesmen. And I see that over and over again, and more and more and more. So I'm excited to continue to grow this business. Right now I have, I think, 6 full-time clients, and I'll be looking to scale that out more and more. I have 2 sales guys that work for me. I have a web designer that works for me, and my wife handles all the financial parts, invoicing, AR, AP, stuff like that. So the goal that I'm working towards right now is to get my wife to be able to leave her job. Just last month, I pretty much equaled her income for the first time working this job, which was cool. And I will be focusing on getting us 2 months in a row where my job, my business, pays all of our bills, 100%. That's the focus, is get the income up to that point. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about my backstory too, because it's a good story to tell. So yesterday was my 30th birthday, and in spinning up to my 30th birthday, imagining and looking back on who I imagined I would be at 30 and who I envisioned I would be at 30, it's kind of funny when I look at it. And the reason why is that when I was 18, I visualized who I would be at 30, right? I said, I'd have a nice house in a nice neighborhood. I'd probably work for myself or be kind of a hustler. I'd have my own business that I ran. And even in my own mind, I was like, well, I'm not going to be massively successful, but I'll be doing well. I'll have a nice house in a nice neighborhood. I'll have a wife and a child. And that'll be about it. And my visualizations have always been very, very stark and clear. What color would my wife's hair be? I didn't meet my wife until I was 28. 25. And I knew she would be a brunette, and I knew she'd be slightly shorter than me, and I knew she'd be fairly thin, and I knew she'd be athletic, and that's my wife. I knew I would have one child, and she'd be a girl, and my daughter's here. I knew I'd have a nice house on a nice street, and I'd have nice neighbors, and that's what I have. And it's funny how effective visualization is, but it's equally as funny how worthless it is on short-term goals. Okay? Because it's great to look back and go, wow, that visualization really came true. But your brain, I feel like, especially your subconscious brain, needs time to spin the processes necessary to allow that goal to manifest. Okay? Now, naturally, as you get older, you get better at things like that. You're able to go, I imagine this, I meditate on it, it appears before me. Because you're able to actually understand the functional steps that go into creating what you need to create to get to your goal. But for years, I would be like, oh, I'm going to launch this speed reading course like I did in college, and I'm going to totally crush it, and then it'll appear. But I'm actually getting off track here because I said I'd tell you guys a little bit about my story. So, went to college for 6 years so that I would be CPA eligible. Why did I do that? I did that because I wanted to be a financial advisor. I also didn't want to pay MBA prices to be a CPA. So for far less money, I became CPA eligible. I have a business management major, an economics minor, and an accounting major as well. Yeah, double major, extra minor. I took 156 pertinent credits, and I'm CPA eligible, long and short of it. I never sat for my CPA exam because I worked at a financial firm for a few years, and I couldn't stomach what they did to people's money. So after much fighting and crying and everything with management, they fired me. And I left there and triumphantly started this company. After some blogging and some soul searching and some journaling and figuring out exactly what I wanted to do, I said, online marketing needs help. Started this company, got no real substantial business. I think in the first year I made $2,000. Jesus. Tail between my legs, I returned to the financial world, but not as a financial advisor, but as a financial analyst for a nonprofit, just to pay the bills, right? You got to pay the bills. So I worked there for a year, and then I got really serious about figuring out how to get deals and how to make this business grow. And I realized that I needed to get on the phone, and I needed to cold call, and I needed to learn through that cold calling experience really what these companies need, what they're hearing in the space, what they're looking for, and how I can deliver that to them. So what I think a lot of people miss with cold calling is they think that cold calling is just for sleazy sales guys who are looking to grow their business, by hammering the phones, calling 150 people a day and pissing 89 of them off. And it's not. When you hone your pitch and you don't waste the business owner's time and you tell them what you're calling for, why, and how it can help them in a concise manner, they appreciate it even if it doesn't make sense. Like, my pitch is to a point now where when I say it to people, even if it's shaky and even if it's weird, because I'm having an off day or something, they say, I'm not interested, but I appreciate the call, is what they say. And they say that because they appreciate the fact that I didn't dance around what I was selling and this and that. I just told them. So that was a massive eye-opener to me when I realized that. And so every day after work for 4 months, I'd come home. I'd get home at about 5 o'clock. I'd have dinner with my family. I would go upstairs to my uninsulated, unheated attic office, dressed generally like this, because these were the first few months of 2017. And I would make cold calls to the West Coast because businesses were still open. In doing that, the first 3 months I got nothing. April I closed 2 clients. March I closed 2 clients. April I closed 2 more. 5th of May I left my job. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. Since then I've started an app development deal with an automotive tint shop out of Michigan, who's one of the larger tint shops in the nation. I have another app deal in development. I think I'm going to seek out venture capital funding for my app development arm. I'm also working on scaling this business in a way that will allow it to serve as many small business owners as possible. As they say, if you help 1 million people, you'll make $1 million. So I want to find a way to make Berkshire SEO help 1 million business owners market reasonably in this new online frontier. Because Berkshire online marketing, especially for tradesmen who are out hustling all day, painting cars, building roofs, or fixing roofs, building decks, unclogging drains, running electrical conduits. These guys, they don't have the mental capacity to spend the 3 or 4 hours to figure out what the fuck's going on. It's not fair. But at the same time, this stuff is not hard. And because of that, I always say to all my clients, listen, this stuff's not hard. I want you to at least understand it at some level. And as a business owner, you know that just because something's not hard and you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. And so I am a big proponent of explaining in layman's terms how everything works and making sure that the business owner understands that they could do this themselves, and they're hiring me just like you hire someone to mow your lawn. You don't hire them because you don't know how. You hire them because you don't want to. And that's my entire pitch. Because so many people, dive down this deep rabbit hole of, click-through rates and CPMs and CPAs and all this other bullshit that no business owner wants to hear about. And that's good to know in the industry. Those are metrics I'm going to track. But is it something that I'm going to bark up a tree with some 50-year-old guy who doesn't know what I'm talking about with? No. And that's kind of the whole nature of my business. I want people to think of Berkshire SEO as one-stop shopping for online marketing. You call us up, you go, I need more leads. And you go, cool, I'm going to do everything. SEO, PPC, Facebook advertising, social media management, email marketing. It's all handled. Let's go. So that's kind of me and my business in a nutshell. Right now I'm hunting for my first $10,000 month. I got about $5,000 coming in this month so far. So I need to find 5 more. So setting up more sales meetings over the next month or so. I'll be on here talking to you guys about that. If you're coming here from 10 a day, welcome. If you're finding these useful, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Those are the things you say, right? I don't know. I love YouTube, but I've been a consumer of YouTube up till this point. So it'll be fun to continue to do stuff like this on YouTube, and just telling you guys more about my story. So thanks.